Hello everybody, welcome to Fakeperts. Yeah, my name is Castro and I really appreciate that you're now watching Fakeperts here on our live stream. It's Thursday night, so we really want to introduce you to some kind of incredible news about the virus. With really around the whole globe. We have information that it doesn't started in China, it was starting somewhere in Fiji by somebody who was infected by fucking ants. Ants are really aggressive little animals, insects, and they bite you somehow. And there was this couple from Australia moving to Fiji Island and were bitten by ants, and the ants transporting it in the plane from Fiji to Australia, and then Australia bring it with all the people back to Tyrol, where Adolf Hitler was bitten by an ant in the Second World War. So it's a long story. To make it short, these fucking ants infected people already in World War II and spreading the virus, and nobody recognizing. We have here an expert. Sascha, you're an ant expert. Is that right?
Yes, I'm a professional ant scientist, and I love ants.
So you love ants.
I love ants.
So how can an ant from the Second World War survive and bringing all the diseases over the whole world?
Yeah, it takes a fucking virus gun, and takes a gun and shoots the guys, the Chinese guys. Normally.
So already the Vietnam War was then later transporting it to Vietnam, and then it was in Wuhan in China. So the Chinese people getting it from the ants and not from the flying dogs. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And that's already known.
So we can't do anything because these fucking ants all around the globe and they infecting us. So all these restrictions are now for nothing. You still can go out, but if you see an ant, try to kill him. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Even if you love ants, but anyway. So
no. There were bad ants and there were good ants. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? The bad ants have to die.
Okay. So my idea about all this, like a financial advice, is don't buy any kind of masks anymore. We need an ant killer, the fucking ant killer. You know, like this little a big animal from South America. We need this, like a vacuum cleaner killing all the ants, and then nobody is infected anymore. It takes a little bit of time.
In the end, you need the ant killer. You know.
Okay.
In the end.
Yeah.
And you can go by
yeah, of course. So that was one theory, and the next one I've heard about was the first CV-19 victim was on planet Mars.
Okay.
Because when Armstrong, the first man on the moon, was traveling a little bit further to the Mars, there was Martians and there was all these little aliens around him.
Yeah.
And nobody recognized that the first victim of the fucking coronavirus was on planet Mars. And that was a long time ago. And aliens coming then later to Earth and trying to tell the people, but nobody recognized the UFO. Is that true as well?
I'm a little ant scientist, and at my work when we come on Monday we start working normally when it's no lockdown, and we sing UFO, sing UFO. I think you're right with the UFO.
Okay. So let's see. So we have the first victim was on Mars and not on Earth, and at least the ants spreading it in World War II. And then the economical crisis starts, like the financial crisis, because it was already there, the problem, and nobody recognized it.
Nobody recognized it. I always told the guys, buy the fucking gold, yeah? Buy the fucking ice, buy the fucking
He
gold.
was buying the gold
and
before,
I bought the gold, and I told you 30 years ago, 100 years ago, I told you so.
And Elvis Presley was dying by the fucking virus as well. He wasn't dying on the pills or on any kind of drugs or medical treatments. He just died by the fucking coronavirus.
If an ant can go faster than light, it can transport the virus to Elvis, and it did it.
Listen to him.
And it infected Elvis, and Elvis died.
Yeah.
And the ant was in a banana bread, in a banana.
In a fat banana bread, because
there was the
Elvis
ant,
loving banana bread.
The ant from the future was faster than light and killed Elvis.
And then we had a dead Elvis. Can you imagine? We had a fucking dead Elvis because of nobody recognized that the virus was already there. Incredible. So let's go a step further.
It's like a Terminator ant, you can say. Traveling from the future, come back to kill the good guys.
Yeah, so that's same as Rambo. It was a Rambo. It's a killer ant, of course.
Yeah.
Like we have all this. We can't fight this kind of nature. We really have to take care about this killer ants from space.
Yeah.
Killer ants from space with killing Elvis. Really are responsible even for World War II and collapsing down all this fucking economic prices. All this stuff is.
You can say Trump.
Fucking ants.
Trump was made of the ants.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry for this, but yeah. So what
he's made out of ants.
He's made out of ants, of course.
Billions of ants are forming his body.
And that's a kind of valid.
But that's a secret.
There's other experts thinking it wasn't like that way, because ants are really maybe ants are in food, like the typical kind of ant kind of acid, which is in any kind of food. The ant acid, quite known. The ant acid is in any kind of food, but I don't think that Trump was made of ants. I think he was made of. Maybe the ants were dying into sausages and this ant acid. Trump was more made of ant acid.
Of ant acid and his ant's brain.
Okay. So the virus is already in a kind of mutant way in bodies of politicians. So Boris Johnson, of course, he was eating the English sausages. He had English breakfast like baked beans and tomato sauce, and that's made with a lot of ant acid. So it's quite clear that this virus was in baked beans and in kind of English sausages as a mutant product. It's quite clear. So let's see what's going on with this ant story about the mutant stuff. We have an advice from Dr. Quincy, the Corona. Dr. Quincy, the Corona, everybody knows him from television, but he was more a social, not a social distance person, he was a social kind of person. Now we have an anti-social person, like Trump, and he never checked out Quincy's advice as a Corona. Put the fucking ants out of any dead body, and then you will solve the planet.
Yeah.
That was a kind of too much Kermanism for the United States.
Kermanism, the frog?
Kermit is a frog, but not an ant.
That's okay.
So let's keep it a little bit like the frog epidemic was a little bit behind it. We have a much bigger problem with the ant kind of virus now, even when it's swine flu, bird flu, and now we have really the coronavirus with a wrong name. It's not a Chinese flu, it's not a kind of different flu, it's a fucking ant flu.
It's a fucking ant flu from the fucking universe.
And what can we do with so many ants? There's more ants on the world than maybe flies. I don't know. that's another story.
Sylvia said cheers, Sylvia.
Cheers.
Nice to have you here in our discussion.
Yeah.
Live for you from the end alien station
we have
somewhere where the coronavirus isn't.
We have a lot of ant virus here and acid. Yeah. But we can trust Schloss. We make a little bit product placement here. Product placement. Schloss. Schloss Castle.
It's a castle beer.
The castle beer, free of any kind of ant acid. You can drink it, and even you feeling wonderful. Even if you get the coronavirus inside, it's killing the ant in you.
Right.
You getting killed by ants, but when you drink Schlosspils, you're being saved. So, okay.
I think you're right, Frank. I think you're right.
I think we really have to take care and think more about little animals and insects and all this stuff, and not so much about protection in supermarkets or about like wearing a mask or not touching your girlfriend. You really don't touch any kind of ant on the street. We need social distance from ants. Can you follow me?
I can follow
As
you.
an ant expert?
Yeah.
An ant expert?
It breaks my heart to social distance.
Yeah, but you
ants,
can wear some
It's a
gloves.
heartbreaking story you tell.
But you can wear a little mask for the ants. No, you have to put the mask on the end of the head of the ants. A little mask. It's quite difficult to fix it, and be very carefully. Then the ants getting a medical treatment, and then you even can still touching the ants. You can still put them into any kind of food, no problem. But take care. We need social distance from the ants. I think that's maybe the best we can talk today about it. Now we found a little solution. Social distance from ants is much, much better than social distance from humans. Maybe we keep it like this. We keep it like this. You maybe laugh, but think about it.
Yeah.
If you keep out the ants of your families, of your undertrousers, of your fucking kind of vibrators, whatever you use, then you're safe. You're really safe.
You're safe. Right?
Yeah. And I can't understand why they close down all this kind of markets where you can buy the ant killer stuff, and they just open any kind of elf like supermarkets where ants just can creep in even to get bananas. That's very dangerous.
Banana ants.
Now we have to take care. Don't let any kind of ants into any kind of supermarket.
No.
And then we need an ant protection, and we need an ant killer, and then it's the end of everything.
Yeah.
I think
you have to kill the ant boss.
Yeah.
If you kill the ant boss, in the end, then you've won.
Yeah, they're like because it's ants, they have always a little Hitler. That's why they so successful in World War II.
Yeah.
And that's why they spread the virus like the army of Hitler. They're fascists. Ants are fascists. And very dangerous. Ants are fascist animals.
Yeah, they are.
And a little bit communism as well. They mix it up.
And they do the military stuff.
And they're really military. And they're sweet. And they really fucking up our economy. And they are all around the world. And now they spread the virus, the ants. And come on. What can we do? They killed Elvis. They killed Elvis. And now it's
Kennedy.
going on and on and on. We need an ant killer. We need protection in the supermarkets from ants. And we really have to take care. And then everything is safe.
What's it called, the guy who killed Kennedy? I don't remember the name.
Adam Ant.
Adam Ant.
Adam Ant, I think.
And he made a bullet. The bullet who killed Kennedy was made of ants. It was pressed ants, and they shot it through his head. Poor guy. Was driving in his drop top car.
You have to believe it.
And
they're like, boo. You also have to think that all this is kind of true. So take care. When you see an ant, disinfect the body of it and throw it away and stomp on it, kill it, then clean your shoes.
You can
Take
use
care in any supermarkets. Now it's starting the summer season, even more worse. There's more ants even on the grass. And yeah, that's, I think, the end of the English version story now.
Yeah.
Let's keep it like this. And take care. Put out the fucking ants. And take your ant killer with you to the supermarket. Take care. And we see you next time on Fakeperts.
on Fakeperts.
Fakeperts. Thank you.
Happy ending.